Good afternoon. The last one, the episode 14 of the Olympic Diary. It's first of all, it's been a pleasure to be with all of you these last 14 episodes. It's been quite a thrilling moments that we pass here, and today we are going to analyze exactly what happened on the for these Olympic Games. Today with me, we will have here Dvir Goldshtein. Dvir will come in live with us. Here it is. Hi Dvir, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I was just telling our viewer that it's been today is the episode 14 of this Olympic Diary. It's been quite a journey. I must be honest, I never follow as close as this time the Olympics in handball, but it's I think it's quite nice for us to be here with all these people, and the views are giving us the strength to keep it up. So, Dvir. Final game. With all due respect to Germany, I think that these Olympics that were for me the most spectacular of always deserved a final with a little bit more emotion, right?
Yes, we wanted a more equal game. It was not a final traditional game, but Denmark was the best team. We saw it on all the tournament, and today they won easily. They won in the first half.
Yes. Let's start exactly by that. Both teams started with the expected, maybe we could say like that, the expected seven. But since the beginning, we understood that Wolf was not like in the last game, and that might be a thing that may condition a little bit the game.
Uh, you know that every goalkeeper needs defense, and if you don't have the strong defense, you can't save all the balls.
Yes, yes,
And today the German defense was not so good, and he started the game. He got some goals in the beginning, and maybe it's the difference between the semi-final that he started okay. He started good the game, and then he continued and improved. And today I think he saved maybe three goals, maybe three balls
yeah.
all the game.
Yeah, I have here, yes, three saves during all the game. Last time, last game with three saves, he made it in the first minute almost.
Yeah,
That's quite a
22
difference.
all the game, 22, and now three. But he's not alone in the team, you know.
Yes, 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 of course. But I thought it was curious that the coach of Germany before the game he gave an interview. Those interviews when they arrived to the sports hall, and he said, "Today to win Denmark, we need to have a very good goalkeeper." He was aware of that. Let's talk a little bit about tactics. Germany started with a regular 6-0, with a strong 6-0. In my opinion, they are good on this 6-0, but today the Danish start with those large crosses and the back players shooting from everywhere. Pitlick shooting very fast shots over the block, and that destroyed, I think, a little bit of what were their defensive play. Do you like to say something about the German defense?
You know, when you start the game and the other team scored one goal, second goal, third goal, the goalkeeper doesn't save, and your confidence go down, and that's what happened. I think between minutes 10 to 20, Denmark ran for 5-0, and
Yes.
they changed a lot because it was 6-5 until this minute. And the one-on-one on the defense, they didn't close the players one-on-one. Not Gizeh, not Pitlik. they didn't close the pivot. The defense was open.
Yeah, and then on the 19th minute, the Gislason was already a little bit crazy what about to do, and he tried to put this 3-1 defense, but immediately Pitlick could put a ball inside in the pivot, and he understood that that was not the solution too. Let's go a little bit to Denmark. The 6-0 of Denmark, wow, very good, closing the lines to Gola, and they understood quite well how to break the offensive play of Germany.
What I saw, and it was clearly maybe most of the game, that they press a lot on the right side with Kirkeloke. It was always around 10, 11 meter.
Yes.
They closed Knorr. They closed the movement from the left side. Also, they closed the Yusins, and they closed the balls to Gola. And then the German attack was without ideas, and they started to shoot alone, to play alone, and it was very difficult for them. And when they succeed to shoot, Landin saved the ball. He didn't save a lot of balls because the defense was very good.
Yeah, I think Gonzalo that was here is assistant coach of Gummersbach. He was here with us, and he told us that's the one of the issues that could break Germany was exactly they have no right wing. The guy that is playing on the right wing is a right back, so they are doing adaptations, and I think that Denmark risked a little bit. Is an adaptation, but today he made 2 out of 2, so he's not a bad shooter. He can play, of course, or else he would not be there. But it's different to have a wing, and I think Denmark closed that quite good. Um, they were able to push goal a little bit outside, and what I wrote here is that they try to put goal away from the 6 meter line, and when the ball go in goal, he was too far away. They even got an offensive fault because he was too far away and he was trying to put back. So I think it was very, very clever from the defense.
Yes, one time he tried to pass to the second pivot that
Yes.
came inside, and he didn't notice the pass. But they noticed, they analyzed the games of Germany, and they saw that they're playing a lot with Gola, and they closed him. Very good.
Yes, and from when Germany made the seventh goal, from seventh to 10th goal, it was completely individual shoots by Knorr, those standing shots. It's very good, of course, they are very good shots, but you cannot solve a game like that. And in my point of view as a coach, they lost a little bit the pace of the game. They start to don't believe or to not believe that the game plan would work, and they try to solve it individually. And again, full arena Dvir. And when the thing starts to go bad, it looks like you're sinking.
You, you're playing 1 minute and a half attack, and you can't score. Then you go back to defense. Denmark running to the fast break, score. Then you go again 1 minute and a half. You didn't score, and you go back. So it's frustrated. It's very difficult to play,
Yeah.
and they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to change it, how to solve it.
Yes, and we were talking in the halftime, and your message was very curious. You asked me, what would you do on these situations? We've all been there, Dvir, as coaches on both sides.
First to go to the locker room and break the locker room.
Yes, yes. I think in these competitions, the mindset yesterday, Martin was talking a lot about the mindset that you must have to win these games. But honestly, they didn't stop knowing how to play. The game was not going. on their pace, and trying to change too much, in my opinion, is not the solution. We need to balance and maybe try to put a new goal. Okay, halftime we're losing by 9 goals. Okay, um, it's 30 minutes. So if I tell you, okay, you need to recover 9 goals, I think it's very hard. But if you tell your players, hey, believe yourself, every 10 minutes you need to win by 3 goals to Denmark. Let's go. Let's try to put it like that. To that, defensively, we need to do this, and this. Offensively, this, and this. Let's try to stop this. Maybe. Oh, no, maybe he said that, but I think today was Denmark day because they were wow. Um, and a few moments ago, I read a post of a guy that was congratulating the Danish coach because he took 12 players only, plus Mikkel Hansen and Molgaard, because they were not there to play.
Yeah,
Uh, and it's even when Hansen go in 10 minutes to the end, he was not running, he was not shooting, he was just there. Molgaard went to the defense almost standing. It's like a tribute, right?
they wanted to respect the players because they have finished their career, and I think it's very nice to see it, the big respect that they are getting, and worth it, of course.
Yes. So about this game, the second half, I think it was just managing, running, but I need to highlight something. I want to hear your opinion about this. For Gitzel, it was 0-0 the game. It was still full power, full motion. I think it was his best game in this Olympics.
I got a message from a friend in the middle of the game that asked me if Gitzel rest a couple of minutes in the Olympics because he's playing 60 minutes without rest. Today, he was a little bit injured, so he go out for 5 minutes, and after 3 minutes, I saw him started to warm up. And he's playing for minute 1 to minute 60 like it was a tight game. But that's the reason that he now is the best player in the world, and it's the MVP of the game, of the tournament.
Yes, and I think it's deserved. It deserves.
Of course,
This
totally.
this these situations of MVP and best seven all-star team, how can Matthias Gitzel not be the right back of the all-star team? I think it's not okay. Uxins is starting to appear. Okay, we need to respect the player, but if a player plays the final like Gitzel did, and if a player is like Gitzel. Wow, how can you put another guy there? It's I think in my opinion it's kind of strange that like how it happened.
I want to say
So
something
yes,
about Germany, if I can.
yes, of course.
In Germany, they have some young players. We talked about it. They have some young players, 22 years old, 20, 24. And when you coach young players, you know that one day they can be very good, and the other day they can be bad. So today, Knorr and Houston lost, I think, 4 or 5 balls. And
Yes.
maybe it was too much for them. I don't know, maybe the mental side. So, but they have a future, and this is the most important thing for Germany. I saw some comments. Usually in Germany, the people are very difficult with the coach, with the team, because they have a lot of supporters, and I saw a lot of good comments, a lot of for the silver medal, and good comments about all the tournament, and I think they deserve it. They made a very good tournament.
Yes, I believe that too. And if you look at the expectations before this tournament starts, Germany was not. If in the beginning of the tournament you say to the German fans, do you want us? Do you think it's silver is good? Everybody would say, of course, yes, it would be wonderful. But in the end, it did not happen. So, Dvir, about trends in this Olympics, I know that you want to say something about this.
Yes, you know, when you go to a big tournament, usually, especially if it's in the summer, you want to see, as a coach, new trends. I looked for new trends. I didn't see a lot of new trends, but uh, I noticed this pivot cross, but not behind of the playmaker. It's in front of the playmaker. Some teams play
Yes.
this pivot cross. It's different a little bit. 7 against 6 with the it was in the women, but 7 against 6 with
Yeah.
two players in the back position. I noticed that Slovenia played 7 against 6 in the third wave, and also Norway. I found one action that Norway played 7 against 6 in the third wave. In the middle of the attack, they bring the seventh player. The 5 against 5 of Slovenia, but it's not new. We know it from the Euro.
Yes.
And this is it, more or less. This is it. I didn't see new things.
Yes. Mainly, I think that Denmark showed us also that the very, very simple things done very, very good are still very effective. They can uh, they came again with these full power crosses with the perfect timing of players. When you see Pitlick crossing with Gitzel, it looks like the best thing in the world that you can do in the attack. But to arrive to that perfection, let's tell it like this, it takes a lot of work, a lot of pace, a lot. Sometimes it's not talked, but a lot of work of the youth categories coaches that prepare these players to come to this level. Of course, as you know, I study a lot the game statistics, and I would like to to share something. Let's try to do it like this. I will try to share something with you. Maybe during this week I will post it as individual, but when we analyze the trends of the game, uh, I'm sorry by this little amateur situation. When you see here Denmark, the male champion, and Norway, the female Olympic champion, on the first 10 minutes, 5 minutes, they start quite good the game, and they continue to rise up until the 10th minute. So the beginning of the game, Norway, you see here that they get an average of 1.5 goals difference positive, and Denmark 1.13 in this period. If you join this to the almost one goal in Denmark and almost half a goal, they start to feel comfortable in the game. And then the usual drop down from 10th to 15th minute. Then 50 to 20th minute, you see that the Norway female team continues to drop down the performance, but still positive, while the Danish men give another boost from 10 to 20 to 25th minutes. They are still both positives, and they end up the first half with a boost of positive. Until now, they have 0 periods of negative play. So the first half playing a very important role in the performance. Second half, uh, still positive but drop down. And the first negative period for Denmark occurs between the 35th and the 40th minute, while Norway is like steady state. We see again going up, 45th, going down from 45th to 50, but both positive, going up, and look now to the men's Denmark, maybe because they are winning the games and they can change a little bit. And the second period that Denmark men goes negative. Here, these trends are quite nice because it shows us the dynamic of how they play. I will post a little bit about this in the next weeks, especially comparing the top five teams, what happened to them. And these trends showed us that there's still a big difference between European and non-European teams. How do you think that we can solve this, Dvir?
The difference between the European and non-European?
Yes, the non-European have a hard time to struggle against the European teams.
Uh, um, I think it's mentally, the difference and the experience of the player. If if they will play more in Europe, they will make more training games against European teams. Maybe they can achieve these goals.
Yes, yes. It's it- it's a kind of experience when you put some players to play in Europe. They bring you some different things, and when we look to the final rosters, we see that in women's side, South Korea stayed in the place 10, and Argentina. I'm sorry, and Brazil got 7, while in men, Argentina was the 12th and Japan the 11th. So it's still a long way, especially in
But
these
on the
short
other
competitions.
hand, Egypt was better.
Yes, yes. I think Egypt has been showing a lot what they can do. And of course, Angola. I think they didn't do the most brilliant tournament. They end up in ninth place. I think they could go. They can go a little bit higher because they are African champions, like Egypt in men, Angola in women. But let's see how it ends. So soon, Dvir, we will have the Euro, the female Euro, and then in January we will have the World Cup. Let's see how it goes, how the trend goes. Meanwhile, I would like to thank you personally because we were always talking during these days, and it's always good to have your insights. And it's the third time that you are here live, so thank you very much, my friend.
Thank
I
you.
also need to thank Vasco Ramos that was here with us, the Gonçalo Miranda, and of course Rolando that besides coming here live, I've been talking with him during all this tournament to understand the trends. So, Dvir, once again, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. To the viewers, thank you very much for watching. It's been quite a journey these 14 days, but we are here for handball, and I really hope that in 4 or in 8 years I could be in the bench in one of the teams. Dvir, I hope that you will be in the bench in one of the teams too. That would be great. I think it's a dream that we coaches have to go to the
Yeah,
Olympics. Uh, Being there, it's already a medal, in my opinion. But let's see what the future holds us. The best luck for you. I hope
thank
that you will find a team that gives you the value that you have.
thank you.
Okay. To the viewers, thank you very much. I hope to see you soon again. Thank you.